Live from WPRI 12, this is The Rhode Show, the place for what's hot and happening. You're having fun, eating well, and living life on The Rhode Show.
Good morning and welcome to The Rhode Show. It is Thursday, January 26, 2012, and I'm Will Gilbert.
Good morning, I'm Michaela Johnson.
And I'm Mary Larson.
What a fun night we had.
We were all out last night, huh?
We were all attending Style Week Providence, a fabulous night, and we even worked our stuff on the runway. Just for
Look
a
at
picture.
that.
There we are.
We almost look professional in that picture.
I am wearing a fabulous dress from Nicole LeBrew, whose show was last night.
Right, yeah.
And also Marcel's show last night. He's in studio with us today, so we're going to be seeing a closer look at some of the styles. Yeah, and his just were phenomenal.
Yeah, it was a great show last night. I had fun. I'm glad glad we were all together last night. It was a good time. So if you haven't been, you need to go.
Absolutely.
Check it out.
Yeah.
All right, this was in the news yesterday and this morning. Rhode Island is remembering former Governor J. Joseph Garrahy. We learned yesterday that he passed away in Florida Tuesday night at the age of 81. Garrahy served as Rhode Island governor from 1977 to 1985. He's perhaps best remembered for his leadership role during the infamous blizzard of '78. Visiting hours will be held Monday from 2 to 6 p.m. at the Cathedral of St. Peter and Paul in Providence. His funeral will be held there Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock. Garrahy will be buried at St. Francis Cemetery in Wakefield.
What a loss.
Yeah, what a loss. Yeah,
I always think too, when there are wakes and funerals for people like this, just it's so nice to see the amount of people that come out for this
and remember him
and honor him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And if you grew up in Rhode Island like I did, like we all did, we do remember him from the blizzard of '78. I can remember him being on TV during the blizzard of '78 with his plaid shirt on and holding the state together when everyone was in a panic. Nobody knew what was going on. People were stuck on the highway, and he served the state for so many years and gave so much to the state. So it's a loss, but we'll remember him.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, well, after closing 5 years ago, a historic but empty landmark is getting a new look and a new purpose.
This is good.
Yesterday, the owners of the Arcade Shopping Center joined state leaders to announce a redesign of the historic building. The ground level will hold 3 restaurants and 12 new shops. The top 2 floors will become home to 48 micro-lofts, mostly studio spaces. Neighboring businesses are hoping that it sparks a rebirth of the city's financial district, and the redesigned arcade is slated to open sometime this fall. That's a lot that's going to happen.
That's a lot that's going to happen. That's a great thing. I'm so glad that they're doing something, with it, because it's a beautiful space.
And can you imagine living there? I'm just picturing these loft and studio type apartments that, just the architecture alone, you're going to have such a great space, and you walk down and then you can do some shopping.
I know, that's what I'm the most jealous of. They can walk down, there's all those great cafes, fun places to eat, and I know Modern Love is down there. I would honestly just walk and go shopping every single day.
Somebody asks where you live. I live in the arcade.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Pretty cool to say.
It is pretty cool to say. And do you guys remember last month when a security agent confiscated a cupcake at a Las Vegas airport? They said its gel-like icing was a potential national security threat. Well, don't worry. A local bakery has found a fix for the problem. Silver Spoon Bakery in Providence has created the TSA-compliant cupcake. The $4 sweet treat is topped with exactly 3 ounces of frosting and sold in a TSA mandated clear quarter-size plastic bag. There's also a decorative photo of Richard Nixon with the words, "I am not a gel," printed on it, and a fake boarding pass. That was my attempt at being Richard Nixon.
That was a good attempt.
Thank you. I didn't know if I was going to be tossed off.
I thought he was here.
For a second, if you close your eyes, it's kind of scary how good I am.
That is so smart, though. When you're on the airplane, you just want to have a little sweet, and how dare someone think they can take your cupcake away?
I know. I would have been livid.
Leave my cupcake alone. All right, we have a great show coming up this morning on The Rhode Show. Let's check out what's on the way. We're in Indianapolis gearing up for the big game, giving you an inside look at Lucas Oil Stadium. See the field and locker room as Tom Brady and the Pats will see it on Super Bowl Sunday.
And another Rhode Island singer faces the judges on American Idol.
Don't you mess around with me, you're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't you mess around, no, no, no.
But what did the judges think? We'll be talking about her performance and last night's show.
Plus, it's one of the most anticipated collections from Style Week Providence. And if you missed last night's runway show, don't worry. We're giving you a front row look at the inspired fashions of designer Marcel Plant.
Then, how to take the fashion inspiration from Style Week Providence into your own closet. Newport Style File fashion writer breaks down the trends and shares the common thread found throughout the runway shows.
The days are ticking down to the Super Bowl rematch between the Patriots and the Giants. Indianapolis is busy getting ready to host Super Bowl 46, and that includes all the fans that are going. Our own Steve Nielsen gives us a tour of the stadium where the Patriots will be playing in just 10 days.
I got a sneak peek to Super Bowl 46 from the field all the way to the locker room. And now Eyewitness News takes you behind the scenes as if you had tickets to the Super Rematch. Welcome to Super Bowl 46. Preparations are already nearly complete at Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. The NFL took Eyewitness News on a behind-the-scenes tour of what the big game is going to look like. If you had a ticket to the big show, this is where you'd walk in. The outer walkways are already lined with Super Bowl 46 gear. Our tour of the stadium brought us right onto the field. New England Patriots will be standing on this sideline as they get ready to fight for victory against the Giants. The scoreboard is lit up, showing the two teams in the Super Rematch. But a lot of work still needs to be done.
The field crew getting ready to put the logos of the two opposing teams in the end zones.
The crews here are scrubbing away the Colts logo. A Patriots logo will be here instead. The view from the press box shows the entirety of the stadium.
The whole stadium is getting a new fresh coat of whatever goes on it, so everything's getting cleaned up.
Now the Giants will be the visiting team, meaning this is their locker room. Nothing's labeled yet with any New York logos. The NFL says that's for the team to put in place. Now for the home locker room. This is where the New England Patriots will call home on Super Bowl Sunday. A much nicer room for the team from Foxborough. And here's Peyton Manning's locker. Is this where Tom Brady will hang his helmet?
We don't know who's going to be in what locker. That's up to the teams to decide.
No matter where Tom Brady gears up for the game, he'll enter the field here and get ready to play in Super Bowl 46 as millions around the world wait in anticipation for a Super Rematch. This tour was truly amazing, and they are opening up this tour to the public. So if you are lucky enough to come down to Indianapolis for the Super Bowl, for about 20 bucks, you can be on the field. Reporting for The Rhode Show, I'm Steve Nielsen.
And of course, the Super Bowl is just around the corner. This morning, a warning to be on the alert for some super scams and knockoff memorabilia. Susan Hogan joins us now with more on how to avoid getting sacked. Good morning, Susan.
I couldn't resist. Cliche, you know?
I love it. The football jargon right. is right on track. Now, for scam artists, this is actually prime time for them to really cash in. Is that right?
Absolutely. Think about it. It's the Super Bowl. It's like one of the biggest events that's out there.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to cash in. Just don't let it be your cash that they're ripping you off on, you know?
So what are some of the scams that you are seeing that are out there right now?
Right. Besides the travel packages and all the travel scams, which have been there, done that, we're now moving on to the counterfeit goods, the counterfeit tickets as well. So think about this. You know, when you're buying the team jerseys and all of that, that's what we're noticing right now. There's so many knockoffs out there, but you got to remember something. These are knockoffs, which means they're counterfeit, which means they're stolen, or that they're simply a replica of something else. Wow. So you got to remember three different things when you buy if you are buying something that is counterfeit. Quality. The quality is just not going to be there, certainly, when you're talking about, you know, a sweatshirt or a t-shirt, and also the security of it as well, and then the theft portion of it. So bottom line, they are, you know, it is a theft of a good that you are buying, whether you know it or you're not. And you got to really make sure that when you're buying these jerseys or you're buying these goods, that they actually have the particular logo from the NFL that says this is an authentic, you know, gear that you're buying. And also what you want to do too is when you're buying this stuff, you want to buy it from the NFL, from, you know, a vendor that you know. Usually you can go to, in this case, go to Foxborough, or go to Dick's, or go to other Sports Authority kinds of places. Those stores are licensed to sell authentic gear.
And how about the online stores? I know a lot of people do shopping online, so how can you kind of decipher what's good and what's bad there?
Well, with online, you really are kind of at a loss. And what we've been finding too with the Better Business Bureau, they were saying to us that there are so many websites out there right now that are telling you that there are some great goods, you know, as far as the t-shirts, the hats, all of that. Many of these websites we're finding don't even have the merchandise. So all they're getting is your personal information, your credit card information, and then you're just scammed. And then you're not only getting your goods, you're also going to be getting scammed and possibly having an issue with identity theft with these particular websites.
So really quickly, where can people go to avoid these scams?
Well, when we're talking about scams and we're talking about tickets especially too, right now on Craigslist there are thousands of tickets for sale. Be careful on those kinds of websites. They don't need the listers don't need to give an ID, and there's also no guarantee of authenticity on those particular websites that you're getting a real ticket. Go with vendors that you know. Ticketmaster is a licensed vendor of the NFL tickets. StubHub as well guarantees that what you're getting is what you're getting and it's real. So you got to really be sure. If it's too good to be true, it is.
It is. Right. All right, Susan, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Good luck if you're trying to get some memorabilia. And you also spoke earlier about the Rhode Island Attorney General's office about avoiding scams. To hear what they had to say, you can head to WPRI.com.
We are in the kitchen this morning with Chef John Granata from Camille's and TV's Joe Zito, the TV maitre d'. All right, guys, we are styling this morning. We're all in a fashion mood.
What is that bright light?
I know.
Well,
I know. It's the glare
honor of me, ladies and gentlemen, and it is Fashion Week, and I am a fashionista.
Big star power we have here this morning. How are you guys?
Oh, we are great. How are you, Will?
Good, good. All right, you're gonna have to help me out. What are we making here?
This is a Ligurian pasta dish. This is trophy alla Genovese. These trophy pastas are a handmade pasta. There's artisanal pasta. Trophy comes from the word scrufogia, which is family show, which means to rub.
Okay.
And the method in which these pastas are made are hand rubbed.
Okay. What do we have? What do we have?
String beans, potatoes, the pesto, which is very common in the Genovese area, in the Genoa, and some excellent olive oil. It's a very easy dish to make, and I'm going to show you the procedure. And you're going to take it home and you're going to make it for you.
Yeah, and we'll be back in 2 weeks when we call this Super Bowl trophy pasta.
Yes, let's hope. So we'll get all of our ingredients together. Now, this pesto you made yourself, correct?
I did, yes, absolutely.
Right. That looks amazing.
And I'm going to walk you through that also.
Okay, and it's not hard. None of this stuff is hard to make.
No.
Right?
No.
Okay. All right, we are going to get all our ingredients together, and we will go back to you.
Beautiful.
Thanks, guys. Style Week Providence has been teaming up with the Rhode Show and also a number of local organizations over the years. But this year, a new organization is taking part and bridging the gap between two very different demographics. Fashion lovers fill the room, cameras flash, designers watch their look walk the runway. And just minutes away in downtown Providence, the staff and patients at Home and Hospice Care of Rhode Island are busy doing work of their own.
For over 35 years, we have been caring for Rhode Islanders in their last months and weeks of life. And so we are an important part of the healthcare community serving the Rhode Islanders.
The organization provides a calm and comfortable atmosphere to a wide range of patients.
I was pregnant with twins, and one of my babies, Caroline, was born with a brain injury at birth. We were in and out of hospitals her first year of life, and so it was my husband and I's wish that we just keep things very, just comfort was at our forefront.
Aid from places like these allows families to spend time with their loved ones.
They really just were able to navigate things for us, so that our sole purpose was to just care for her and to make those memories that we now cherish so much.
After the passing of their daughter, the Tober family has kept a strong relationship with Home and Hospice.
We can show our other children as to how important it is to, be present and be involved in something that's that important.
And continue to keep Caroline's memory alive.
We really wanted to do something that was in honor of Caroline. So here at the center we have named Children's Playroom in honor of her. It's called Sweet Caroline. And it really helps out with the families that are here experiencing the end of life.
In addition to the Playroom, Home and Hospice Care of Rhode Island has an eco-friendly facility.
There are 24 beds here, and here is a place of peace and calm devoted to patients and their families who want to spend as much time with each other as possible.
Dining rooms, lounge space, and even a chapel allow families to do just that. So why is a place like Home and Hospice of Rhode Island partnering up with a fashion-forward group like Style Week Providence?
What a unique alignment, particularly with a group of people who are young and passionate and may not necessarily think about hospice as a way to give back to their community, and we thought it would be a nice way to introduce our organization to Style Week Providence.
Home and Hospice Care of Rhode Island helps to connect two vastly different worlds through the use of social media.
So as a way to connect with a group of people who are very savvy when it comes to social media, we thought what a wonderful way to connect through the Tweet Suite, and so we can match Home and Hospice Care of Rhode Island with all the doings that are taking place at Style Week Providence.
And you can catch the Tweet Suite at Style Week Providence, where you'll see a real-time Twitter feed of people talking about the event as it's going on. And if you're at Style Week Providence or would like to connect with the Care Center on Twitter, you can follow them at HHCRI.
It was another fashionable night at Style Week Providence with a highly anticipated collection from first-time Style Week designer Marcel Plant. And he joins us this morning to tell us more about his show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, your collection last night was very different than everyone else's that we've seen. What was your inspiration behind it?
My inspiration for the collection Doll Boys was Berlin's cabaret scene in the late 1920s and early 1930s.
Oh.
So I really want to bring the life of the cabaret, the dancers, the performance artists into the collection through color, silhouette, really dramatic silhouettes.
Well, let's start talking about the pieces, and let's pull a couple of them out so you can describe, a little bit behind it. This piece was gorgeous. Of course, going down the runway, I don't know if you can particularly see, but it has a really long train. And tell us a bit about it.
This is one of the first pieces I made, and it has a 10-foot train, all hand appliqued with this metallic knit.
Fantastic.
Underneath are a pair of nude shorts, so it gives the illusion of sort of a more risque silhouette.
Yeah.
Covered buttons down the side and beaded tassel.
It reminds me almost a little bit in the opposite way of a wedding train with the buttons down the back and being such a long train, but exactly being so sheer. It gives it a little bit of a look to
Definitely.
it. All right, and then what other piece right here?
These are a pair of menswear trousers for women done in a iridescent wool, so the inside is actually blue, the warp is blue, and the weft is red.
Okay.
So it gives an iridescent feel, and hand appliqued with this metallic silver lace.
Wow. It really looked beautiful under the lights last night.
Yes, thank you.
And let's move on. This piece right here was really eye-catching right here, even in this light. So I don't know if the viewers at home can see it. You can, with the blues and the reds coming out.
This is also the same type of weave as the pants. The warp is red and the weft is blue. It's silk organza with the raw edge flanges and the little studded buttons.
Beautiful. Now, my favorite piece last night was this one right here on the end, and you were telling me a little bit about, these feathers right here. So, what bird again were these feathers from?
They come from a rooster, and the feather is naturally greenish bronze, and it's been overdyed with hot pink to give sort of a three-color look. So in the light,
great. And you were saying that you hand sewed all of the feathers
every feather is hand sewed.
And how long did it take you?
About 72 hours, approximately.
Oh my gosh, well, good for you. It was beautiful. Now, this was your first time at Style Week Providence. What would you say about your experience as a designer being a part of it?
It was a very wonderful experience. Everyone at Style Week was wonderful to work with, and just amazing for local designers to have their work shown.
Oh, great. Well, as you said, local designer, we have Marcel, who's from New Bedford, and you can go and check out his work and learn more about Style Week Providence. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you. I just want to let everyone know they can view my past work or contact me about custom orders at marcelplant.com.
Perfect. And we'll also post that link to Marcel's website up on our website, WPRI.com.
And from the runway to Realway, the catwalks are alive at the Providence Biltmore. Though designers spend months sketching and constructing garments, the final look they envision goes far past the clothing. We're talking hair, makeup, shoes, and accessories. They're all part of the style equation. And joining us this morning to give us the breakdown on some of the accessory trends from the show is fashion writer Andrea McHugh. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning. Bright and early.
Bright and early, that's right. All right, so let's start off with Jonathan Joseph Peters. He kicked off Style Week. What were you seeing throughout his show?
Well, he was received with all this explosive applause because his look was so really global and tribal. He had these great colors, he had great embellishments, and he really executed those through all the accessories.
So what did you bring along to kind of represent that? I mean, we have a lot of different accessories.
Yes, we have a ton here today. But with Jonathan, when he came to the Rhode Show on Monday, he said he really had this gypsy woman, this warrior. He had feathers and all gold and metals.
So much.
I love this belt. This is from Jane McLaughlin in Newport, and you can see it has this snakeskin. It's a double belt with a fun latch. Isn't that great? I love it. And I also love this bamboo clutch that they make at Jane McLaughlin. It's like really fun for summer, and it's small, and it kind of has that nice natural feeling. So that's a great piece.
Excellent. Now, how about shoe trends? We were seeing a wide variety, a mix of heels and flats.
Yes, we have some great shoes. I liked David Chum for Celador. He does all these like feminine and flirty looks, but he then juxtaposed those with really masculine shoes. So he has these great loafers. Those are from Rockport and Newport. And they also had lots of shooties and lots of booties. So
shooties and booties. So here's a shootie.
That's a shootie.
Right?
This is a shoe boot.
Okay.
And then this is like a bootie. This is from Active Soul in Newport. They're by Sam Edelman. How much do you love these?
I love animal print.
I know. They're really fun. And they're comfortable because they're a wedge. So that's a great piece.
How about this fun pair, too?
I love these. These are your classic Frye boots, but they're dressed up. These are the El Gringos from Blue Suede and Warren. They're actually sponsoring Peach Carr's show on Saturday night.
Oh,
and she'll be using all these boots from Blue Suede right in Warren.
Wow.
Which is really terrific.
And you spoke earlier to one of the stylists who worked on several of the week's shows, and she led you to a common thread that you were seeing throughout.
Yes, I got the inside scoop from Christina Pierce, who works with some of the great designers like Jen Greek and Sarah Prost, and she really said the common theme was crystals, but what's interesting is they're used in a really array of different methods. Like she used metals, like some of the gunmetal colors that she used were kind of the bronzes and the golds and the silvers. This is a hammered metal necklace. Obviously, it's not crystal.
That's beautiful.
That's like what we saw on the Cola Bros line last night. Isn't it fabulous? She had all these statement necklaces.
Wow.
And then I have these pieces from Sequin, and Christina would love these because they're nice and blingy. They have some real fun to them. In this case, we layered them, but you know, you can do it with a nice earring. I love this chandelier earring right here. That is coming home with me. I love it.
This is beautiful. All right, so I'm going to know if this one goes missing. I'll know who to. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, well, so many great looks that we can look forward to, and especially if you're looking to go to Style Week, too, is you'll see more of them. Adrienne, we want to thank you so much for joining us this morning. For product info on all of these pieces that she showed us, you can head to WPRI.com. And still to come this morning on The Rhode Show.
You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't you mess around with me. You're a
Another Rhode Island native sings for the American Idol judges, but will she get the golden ticket to Hollywood? We'll find out.
Plus, actor Luke Perry returns to the small screen this weekend. We will talk to him about his new movie. You're watching The Rhode Show, and we're back in 90 seconds.
Well, no doubt you swooned over him when he starred in Beverly Hills 90210, and he made history with Hallmark Movie Channel's highest-rated film ever, Good Night for Justice. And now actor Luke Perry is returning to his role in that film with the sequel. He joins us this morning on The Rhode Show to tell us more about it. Good morning, Luke.
Good morning, Michaela.
All right, so this movie is actually a sequel, but for those who are trying to catch up, tell us about Good Night for Justice.
Well, in the Good Night for Justice franchise, I played Judge John Goodnight. He's a circuit judge in the Wyoming Territory in the 1870s. And a circuit judge is a guy at that time who traveled a circuit and went from town to town. And each place he came to, he was judge, jury, and executioner. And that's what my guy does. He goes from place to place, and he's about justice.
Okay, and how about this new film? It's the sequel to the first one.
Yeah, it is. Well, they sort of stand alone. It doesn't tie up the stories in the first one, so it's not a true sequel in that sense, but it is the second part. Same character in a different situation. This situation being, this time when he rides into town, he meets someone that he's met before, a lady from his past, and her son is having some issues that I need to get involved in, and without giving too much of the plot away, that's what happens.
All right, interesting. I like that you're kind of letting us want more in that sense. Now, you've had a chance to play so many different kinds of characters over the years, you know, brooding and funny, everything else in between. Do you enjoy playing such a variety of characters?
I do. I think if you talk to any actor, they're going to tell you that, you know, we always want to play different stuff. We want to try new things. And, you know, the reason I came up with this character was so I could find a guy that allowed me to do a lot of different things in the same character. You know, I think many times characters get drawn pretty narrow and you only get to brood or you only get to be funny. Here's a guy who does a lot of both. He's a man's man. He has, you know, he drinks, he plays cards, but then when he sits down behind the bench to do his job, he takes it very seriously, and he does the legal part of his job very seriously. But what I think is really neat about him, and I've always tried to keep alive, is he's a human being, the rest of the time.
That's great. That's great. Now, of course, women have been crushing on you for many, many years now. Does that ever get old?
That's kind of you to say. It is.
See, you're still loving it over the years, I'm sure.
It beats the alternative.
Very true.
Yeah, it is. Folks are very nice, and I appreciate it.
Luke, we wish you much success with this next film, and you can catch Good Night for Justice, The Measure of Man, this weekend on the Hallmark Movie Channel.
Today in Idol Watch, another American Idol contestant with Rhode Island ties sings for the judges. Jenny Schick took part in last night's audition in Aspen. She teaches music in Virginia, but is originally from North Kingstown. Check her out, her rendition of Pat Benatar's Heartbreaker.
You know, Steven, me and my boyfriend have lists of people who we can kiss, and it's not cheating, and you're online.
Wow. So, you better be able to sing, good girl.
Do it quick. What you singing?
I'm singing Heartbreaker by Pat Benatar.
All right now.
Sorry.
Oh, boy.
Your love is like a tidal wave spinning over my head, driving me and your promises better left unsaid. You're the right kind of sinner to release my inner fantasy, the invincible winner, and you know that you were born to be. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't you mess around with me. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, don't you mess around. No, no, no.
Kinda like it.
Yeah, I kind of like it too. Kind of wild, crazy, anything can happen.
Exactly.
Should we take a vote here?
Yeah,
I think we should just go to voting or kissing. What are we doing, Steve?
Voting and kissing, okay?
Voting and kissing.
I'll say yes.
I'm going to say yes, too. I like your energy.
I'm going to say yes, too. And you may kiss the judge. You may kiss the judge. Whoa. Oh, my God.
I love you. Don't fall.
Don't fall. Take that kiss to Hollywood. You made it. Hollywood's that way.
Just kidding.
I like Jenny.
Wow.
Jenny is the second Rhode Islander to make it. Erica Van Pelt of South Kingstown got the golden ticket last week. What do you guys think? She good?
I thought she was great. I mean, fantastic. Such a strong, powerful voice, and I love when anyone goes, heartbreaker! And
She really
Wild in it, and she has a strong personality.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to have that to be on that stage, and she got to kiss him. I just sat here with my jaw dropped. I mean, that's something else.
I love him, but I think I'd wash my mouth after that.
I know.
I like the video when she walks in the room. Stephen was very, very happy. He was very happy.
Always.
All right, American Idol is on again tonight. The judges will head to Texas, and you can see it on our sister station, Fox Providence. Still to come this morning on The Rhode Show, we'll be back in the kitchen with TV maitre d' Joe Zito and Chef John Granata making pasta with pesto, potatoes, string beans. You can find the recipe right now at WPRI.com.
Plus, less than 2 weeks until the Super Bowl, and superstitious Pats fans are already worried. We'll tell you why next in The Buzz.
You're watching The Rhode Show on WPRI 12.
Welcome back to The Rhode Show. This morning in The Buzz, 10 days to go until the Patriots face the Giants in Super Bowl 46. And for the superstitious Patriots fans, this is exactly what they don't want to see. Take a look. It's Tom Brady gracing the cover of this week's Sports Illustrated. The issue features an article about the inspiration that the late Myra Kraft has had on the team. Pats fans hope this doesn't bring on the SI jinx. Last January, Vince Wilfork was on the cover before the Pats lost to the Jets, and this month before the Packers and the 49ers had players on the cover, each team lost to the Giants. So the big question is, do you believe in sports superstitions? She's not saying anything.
I like to say no. I like to say no, but I'm not going to lie. I know, like, when I was playing sports and things, I always did the same routine every day. You know, I had to wear the same, like, kind of sock, or not the same socks, obviously. I wore the same kind of sock, or, you know, I went about things in a certain way. So in that sense, yeah, I do kind of believe that there needs to be like that. But I'm not one to think that, you know, if I sit on the opposite end of the couch, then the Pats are going to lose.
Do you have to be in a certain place where when the game is going to play, like someone's house or your house or somebody else's house? You don't care?
No, because I have been in different areas and they've won and lost so I haven't really found like a solid place yet.
Any superstitions from you?
Well, let me tell you about one of my pet peeves about superstitions. You were talking about wearing the same clothes, and I went to Tollgate, and Tollgate had a really big hockey team when I was there, and the boys would wear the same outfits, the uniforms, and they'd never wash them. And I remember the goalie sat in front of me. I'm sorry, Josh Tobias, but he sat in front of me in English class, and it just got smelly. So some people do wear the same clothes and never wash it all season long. My husband does not want to leave. He sits in the same exact spot when we watch these Pats games, and I get so bored because I just want to talk to someone else. He won't talk to me during the game, but I'm now the lucky charm. So yeah, I don't really love superstitions, and I don't believe in them. I just think they're stinky and boring.
I mean, you know, I have friends who, you know, one friend lights a candle. She has a candle that is lit anytime the Patriots play. Others, you know, will wear their Pats jersey and make sure it's the jersey that they have on at the same time.
Right.
We always go to our friend's house for a Super Bowl party, you know, just in case. We don't want to be, you know, I don't want to be the one held responsible.
Right.
Like if they do, I'm not saying they're going to, but if they do, you know what? I don't want to be the one them saying it's Will's fault.
Right.
Yeah.
Will, why didn't you go
I want nothing to do with that. I don't want to be the bad guy.
Well, maybe your friend needs to light the candle around your smelly hockey player friend, and you can kind of balance out the two. No, but I do. There's something to say, though, about this Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
It's almost too scary. It's like when the people win the lottery and something happens to them. It's like when you're focused on the cover, especially before the big game. I wonder how the players are taking that, too. Like, are they falling into that as well?
Or saying, oh, Tom, why did you have to be the one on the cover?
Right, right. But so much of the game is mental. Like, if you can somehow, you know, either make it seem as though you're more confident than the other players, or if you're getting your own head and now you're overthinking everything, forget about it. So that's definitely part of what's going to come down to.
We put this on our Facebook page this morning, and I can't wait to hear what our friends on Facebook were saying about it this morning.
We have a ton of people. Jay Devani, for example, is saying, no, but I know this guy who won't leave his house during the games or shave until the Patriots lose. Intense. Sounds like my life. Sean Morrell says, I don't do anything different all season. If I wore my Patriots hat or jersey on week 1, I will wear them every game after that. I hope he washes them. If I didn't, then the hat never touches my head. Also, we tend to sit in the exact same chairs or positions all year, not to mess up the feng shui. So we are nuts.
Whatever works.
And then Aaron Boucher says, nachos during regular season games, but never during the playoffs.
I'll eat nachos anytime.
I hear you, girl. You too can weigh in by voting in today's poll. Do you believe in sports superstitions? Yes, my traditions make or break the game, or no, the game is in the players' hands. So here's a look at some other topics that are trending online today. Joan Rivers, who's 78 years old, recently underwent her 734th plastic surgery procedure. Her plastic surgeon says, "You look wonderful today. What could possibly be going on here?" And Joan said, "My body is my temple, and my temple needs redecorating." Our first viral video today shows a young woman in Shanghai painting a picture of an NBA superstar, Yao Ming, and she only did it with some red paint and a basketball. This artist has some serious skills. Well, what do you think, Michaela? Check it out. The next video I have for you today is titled 10 Misconceptions Debunked. From this video, we learned that the man-made object seen from space is not actually the Great Wall of China, but it's instead all the lights and buildings that we have from our streets. The video also informs us that tap water is safer than bottled water, that cracking your knuckles does not cause arthritis, and that people do indeed need use more than 10% of their brains. My favorite one is the last one, and if you don't like spiders, like my husband, you may want to watch out.
Supposedly, while you're in bed, helplessly unconscious with your gob wide open, each year 8 spiders find their way into your mouth and you reflexively swallow them. This is plainly ridiculous. Spiders love warm, moist places, so 8 is far too low an estimate.
Yuck! I'll be back at the end of the show with your poll results. For now, back in the kitchen. Will?
Thanks, Mary. We are back in the kitchen. Chef John Granata, these guys are cracking their knuckles from Camille's. Joe Zito, TV's maitre d', and we are making trophy a la Genovese.
Genovese.
Genovese. Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you're doing well.
I'm doing okay. All right, what are we going to do first up?
All right, let's talk briefly about the potatoes. We like to use, it's called a marble potato. You see how these are nice and small, little potatoes?
Right.
There's a red Peruvian, there's a red Bliss, and then there's a Yukon Gold, and they're all baby potatoes.
And we can get these at any market?
Yeah, they're pretty much available now in anything. So we're going to drop them in here.
Right.
Right? And then I'm going to have you put these also in there.
Put these right in here?
Right, and then we're going to dump that in the hot water.
Yeah,
which
you
has
got to
been
be careful.
liberally salted.
Liberally salted. Very nice.
Right, so dump that right in
So
there.
dump these right,
Just dump it.
Okay, dump it in there.
Yep, and I'll fish them out. We're going to blanch that. That's
Now,
called,
Blanche,
that's called blanching.
you know, do you ever notice how nobody names their little girl Blanche anymore?
I know, never hear Blanche anymore.
It's just, but back in the day,
yes,
but they don't name their little girls Boyle or Simmer either. So I mean, it's like one of those deals.
You know Blanche.
I do know Blanche.
All right, and then we're going to talk about the main ingredient, the superstar of the dish, which is the pesto. Now, in a food processor, basically what you want to do is cut a couple of cups of fresh basil leaves. You don't want the stems.
Right.
You want some Parmesan cheese, real good Parmesan cheese, about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, and these are pignoli nuts.
I love those.
Right. Pignoli nuts is a pine nut, which comes from the pine cone.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're going to just liberally we're going to put that on. And you're going to smooth in the olive oil along with the garlic. And you're going to come up with a beautiful, smooth
That looks
pesto.
amazing. That looks so good.
Right? I have the recipe online for you, so you can just follow it right online. But you see, this is what you want, nice and smooth.
That looks beautiful.
And what we're going to do is we're going to blanch up these trophy pastas along with we're going to put it all together, and we're going to finish it at the end.
Perfect. All right, so we're going to get all our stuff together. We'll be back in just a little bit to make the dish complete. Back to you.
Sounds delicious. Still to come this morning on The Rhode Show, some pretty shocking new details about why Demi Moore was rushed to the hospital. TMZ fills us in. And later, looking to dance your week away, we'll let you know who's playing at the Lighthouse stage this weekend. You're watching The Rhode Show. We're back in just 90 seconds. It's time now to go inside TMZ for all the latest from Hollywood, and joining us this morning is Itai Hot. And Itai, just since yesterday, some new information has come out about Demi Moore. She was inhaling nitrous oxide, which sent her to the hospital. Is that right?
Yeah, you know, everyone was wondering what exactly happened to Demi Moore, that she had to go to the hospital, because paramedics were with her for a good long time, about 30 minutes before they decided they needed to take her in to the hospital. We know from friends who were with her, they were telling us that she was doing what we call whippets. That's one of those things that kids basically do in like rage parties. You basically inhale nitrous oxide and it gives you this rush, and you know, she went into some convulsions, some seizures, which is very common with that drug, so it kind of fits into that whole the symptoms that she had. But we also know that, you know, the paramedics were with her for a while and that there was some sort of substance abuse. Whippet usually isn't substance abuse, so there is a chance that we're thinking there's more to it than just whippets, but definitely whippets, and something that took a lot of people by surprise here in Hollywood, because you just don't expect someone like Demi and that status and fame and her, you know, wealth to be doing a drug that kids do in rave parties.
Totally. Very shocking. And speaking of shocking, Lindsay Lohan, I mean, she can't avoid being in the news. She's now being sued by someone. What's going on there?
Well, you know, back in September of 2010, she came out of her building in her Maserati and hit a woman, a nanny, with a stroller. And now there are conflicting sort of stories. A couple of eyewitnesses that say that she really hit the stroller and the nanny, and 3 of the wheels were airborne, and the baby started crying. And they had a video that they shot right afterwards where it shows the nanny just walking around and she's fine. So it's hard to say what exactly happened there. Other eyewitnesses saying that it was just a little bump. Now the nanny is suing, saying that she did get hurt. Lindsay Lohan's people are telling us this is just a lot of BS, and it's another person just trying to make a quick buck off her because it's easy. She's Lindsay Lohan, and we know that she's been in a lot of those kind of troubles before. It's hard to say at this point, but one thing I can tell you for sure, this woman should not be driving a car.
All right, Itai, thank you so much. And as always, you can catch TMZ TV on our sister station, Fox Providence, at 7 p.m. And for more information on any of those stories, head to WPRI.com.
Still to come this morning, we're back in the kitchen this morning. And don't forget, you can cook along with us this morning on WPRI.com. We are back in the kitchen cooking once again with Chef John Granata from Camille's, TV's Joe Zito, maitre d'. We are here. We're making an amazing dish this morning.
Beautiful. We're doing a Ligurian pasta dish, which is from the northwest region of Italy. It's called Trophy alla Genovese.
And just so everybody knows, we did start to cook the pasta already, just so we could...
And in the recipe, what I do is, you know, this way you don't redrain the water. You have the water boiling, you blanch off your green beans and your potatoes.
And we put the pasta right back in the water again.
Right back in the salted water.
Just so everybody knows at home.
We're going to bring that to a boil, and we're going to start the dish over here.
All right, what do we have next? A little olive oil?
Olive oil in a pan. Usually all you do is just throw everything together in this dish.
Right.
What I like to do is I like to just kind of get this going on the bottom of the pan.
Make sure all that water's drained off it too, right?
Yeah, and I want to jump in here, and if people are going to go crazy looking for trophy pasta, seriously, Chef, there are other things that they can substitute. What would be good for the texture of the dish?
Well, gamelli pasta is also from that region, which is 2 little twin pastas that come together.
Right.
You want something with a little chew. You could even use gnocchi or something like that. I don't suggest penne or rigatoni or something like that.
Because you want the right texture for the pasta.
Because it's like a dumpling.
Next up.
So basically we've got this going on, and
how are we doing on the pasta over there? Looking good?
Pasta's almost there.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is sizzling away over here with the string beans and the potatoes.
Very flavorful, very economical dish if you're at home watching the budget, and it'd certainly be satisfying. It's a rustic winter dish. Beautiful.
What I like to do with this also is I like to put some whole pine nuts in it, just so people know that there are pine nuts in the pesto. This way, you know, in case there's an allergy
for it or something,
you'll know right away. So you can throw the pine nuts right in there too.
And they taste great. I mean, I love the taste of these.
Yep. Maybe talk about the wine, then we'll finish up with the
absolutely. Well, that's going. Well, I got to tell you about one of my favorite wines, and I want the viewers at home to know. This is Ferrari Carano. They have 19 estate vineyards throughout California, 25-year-old winery, and just absolutely phenomenal varietals. This is their Chardonnay, which is the perfect complement to this.
To this dish?
Very dry, very fruit-forward. You cannot miss, but it's not syrupy or too heavy.
Yeah.
And it's just a beautiful wine. And I want to tell the viewers at home, if you're ever going to a dinner party, or you need to get a gift for someone, and you think you don't know enough about wine.
You know what? That happens to me all the time.
Well, you go into any store. This, of course, comes from my friend Mark Gasparo, but everyone carries this. Ferrari Carano. It's a California wine. They make incredible varietals. And you give somebody this. In restaurants, it's $50 to $75 all day. You spend $20, you know,
and you get a good one.
And this is sensational. Ferrari Carano. I also want to let all my friends know Valentine's Day's around the corner.
Yes, it is.
Can't think of a better place than Chef Granata, Chef Suave cooking for you at Camille's, one of the most romantic restaurants in New England.
We're not dressing as a Cupid this year, are we?
No, that's
not me. I just want to make sure so there's no surprises.
We're going to an end here, and of course, I want to let the viewers know I was tributed yesterday on this wonderful show. It's my 100th edition, premiering this weekend on Fox Channel 12 and MyRI TV. 9 seasons.
Somebody say 100.
Oh!
John, look at this.
We have surprises for you this morning.
Oh, look at this.
Hey!
Look at this. All right, this is a fabulous made for you by our good friends at the Bakery Boutique.
Oh,
and
look at this.
The flavors from bottom to top, tiramisu, Nutella, and cannoli.
What? You know.
This is beautiful.
Well, you're a sweetheart. I know. I thought you made it.
I'm going to hang on to the cake so we don't lose it.
I tried, but I did not.
Oh, look at, ladies and gentlemen, the luxurious hair. This is too much. I'm ruining this dish.
No, that's all right.
This is
that looks fantastic.
Wonderful. A lot of fun, and it's been just great. The association with Channel 12 and Fox, and we're going to continue it on 9 seasons. And please tune in, of course. And absolutely. And may I take this?
All right, yeah, you got some muscles there.
You got it?
I'm not going to fit this in the car. Maybe we're going to have some here.
I was going to say, you're not sharing?
We might have to slice that up in a minute.
That is beautiful.
You guys got to finish
Yes,
your
John,
dish.
let's see what's going on here.
Take that from me.
Okay. We don't want anything burning.
I'm going to set it aside.
Nothing's burning. This actually worked out well for us.
Give us a little time. So we put the pasta in, stirring everything together.
Now the star of the show is the pesto.
No, it's my cake.
That's right, yeah. So we're going to put the pesto in, a couple of tablespoons of pesto.
Right.
Reggiano Parmesan, which is the king of all cheeses in Italy. And what I like to do is take a little pasta water.
Will you take that?
I will take this. Thank you, sir.
Pour it in.
Mix this together. We just have a few seconds left. We want to get a good taste of this.
This is going to be a little al dente for you, but
that's okay.
It's a beautiful dish,
You're going to see it's a beautiful color.
In the meantime, don't forget you can get all of these recipes and everything about how we made this on our website at WPRI.com. I'm going to give this a little taste very quickly. Let's see what we have. All right, try this. A little taste.
Little hot.
Little hot, little hard.
It's amazing. Very, very good. Thank you guys for coming in.
Hey, thank you.
Okay. Get all our recipes, WPRI.com. Nice cake.
Beautiful.
This week in Hot Happenings, between winning prizes, excellent deals on meals, and a rockin' band, Twin River has something for everyone this weekend. Lori McIntyre from Twin River is joining us now to give us all of the details on what's happening. Hi, Lori.
Hi, Mary.
With the big football game coming up, many people may be craving a new TV. So tell us a bit more about the contest you've had going on.
Yeah, that's right. We've had this going on all month. As everybody knows, we have been giving away 46-inch flat screen TVs all month long. And if you have not yet won one, it's not too late because this Sunday is our last day. We are continuing all day on Sunday from 10 a.m. till 10:15 p.m. Every 15 minutes, we're giving away 2 46-inch flat screen TVs. That's 100 TVs in all. And all you have to do is be here, swipe your card at a Swipe and Win kiosk, or be using it in any eligible slot terminal, and you just listen for your name all day long. So good luck to everybody.
Twin River is also participating in the Providence Restaurant Weeks, correct?
Yeah, that's right. I wanted to tell everybody. Wicked Good Bar and Grill and Fred and Steve Steakhouse are both participating until Saturday, January 28th. So you can come in during this time and get some really fantastic dishes at some great prices. For instance, you can have a 3-course lunch at Wicked Good Bar and Grill for only $14.95, or a 3-course dinner for only $29.95 at both Fred and Steve Steakhouse and Wicked Good Bar and Grill. So you can log on to our website because both menus are available there to read.
In addition to some good food, you also have some great music lined up for this weekend as well. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, that's right. As always, we have a great band lined up at the Lighthouse Stage. And this Friday night is Steve Anthony and Persuasion. This is a great band. They play everything from old-time yesterday favorites all the way up until today's hottest hits. You're going to spend the whole night dancing. I know you will have a blast because this band is high energy and they will definitely keep you moving all night long. This is a free show and they start at 8:30.
Free, and it sounds exciting. Well, thank you so much, Lori.
Thanks, Mary.
You can find out more details about Hot Happenings from Lori and Twin River on our website, WPRI.com. Still ahead on The Rhode Show, we'll check back in with your answers to today's web poll. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Time to check back in with today's web poll. We asked, with 10 days to go until the Pats face off the Giants, are you superstitious? Do you believe in sports superstitions? And nobody believes in anything. This is shocking, folks. Well, back to you.
Thanks, Mary. Coming up tomorrow on The Rhode Show, it's our exclusive look inside Style Week Providence. We are live at the Biltmore to show you some of this week's most highly anticipated designers.
And back here on set, Style Week's style ambassadors, Alex and Simon from the Real Housewives of New York, will co-host the show with us. Might have to recheck those web poll results.
We may have to, yeah.
Thanks for joining us on The Rhode Show.
For more information on anything you've seen here on the show, just head to our website, WPRI.com.
We'll see you here tomorrow. Have a great day.